Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on the CE show tonight. Tonight we are going to talk about we're going to talk about college football. It is Saturday. That is what we do on Saturdays. We talk about college football, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know that, you have not been watching the CE show for the last few weeks. That is what we do here on Saturday nights. Talk about college football. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this game. Let's get it off with the Clemson Louisville game. This was supposed to be a game that everybody thought that it was going to be a pretty good game. But what happened? Then Clemson's defense did a hell of a job by Coach Sweeney, game plan everything to slow down Lamar Jackson. I believe you only had them to 21 points. They did a very nice job of coming up with a game plan to slow down Lamar Jackson, Coach Sweeney, and the rest of that staff. But you look at Lamar Jackson's stats. I believe it was 317 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're like, he had a pretty good game. Yes, I guess he not really. It seems like on the stats, but if you really look at it, Sweeney and his staff did a very good job game planning and slowed them down. Like I said, only 21 points. And, they beat them by almost 20 points, if not. They did a hell of a job of game planning for Lamar Jackson. It was the national champions versus the Heisman winner. It was a big game. It was a game of the week. And the national championship, Clemson showed that not only are they everybody playing all the last few years with the Watson era and the Mike Williams era. They're gone now. They're in the NFL. And tonight, and I feel like the first few weeks of the season, they have shown, no, we are still here to stay. Sweeney can build something here like a yearly championship contender. It's still too early in the season. It's only been a few weeks. But so far, I am liking what I am seeing from Clemson. Tonight, like I said, possibly the best quarterback, if not one of the best quarterbacks in the nation right now, in Lamar Jackson. And they did a hell of a job at slowing him down. They really did. I am very happy because, the more national championship contenders we have every season, the more fun the season's going to be. You know what I'm saying? You got teams like Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, But it's always nice, the last few years with Deshaun Watson, everybody kind of got full all. Once Deshaun Watson leaves for the NFL, Clemson's going to fall flat on their face. So far this season, they have not. And so Coach Sweeney is showing, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here, and I'm proving that even though that we love some of these guys, like Watson and some of these other guys, we can still contend for a championship yearly. So that is what I am liking right now from Clemson and Coach Sweeney. Hopefully this can be the start of a new, continue the dynasty of contending for a championship every year. Even though you don't have the same recruits, you can just recruit some other guys and continue to build up, kind of like Ohio State, Michigan, and, where it's more of the coach, like Urban Meyer, Jim Harbaugh, Nick Saban, guys who, coaches who can establish a program where it doesn't matter if the guys leave for the NFL or whatever, they can just bring in new guys and yearly contend for a championship. Hopefully that is the future for Clemson and Coach Sweeney. I'm really hoping for. I'm a big fan of this Coach Sweeney, and I'm hoping he can continue even though Watson's going to build up a championship contender yearly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the ending to the ending to the Florida-Tennessee game. What an ending! I watched the beginning of this game, but then I had no noise on my TV. There was no noise. I cannot find any. So I'm like, it felt weird, watching the game with no noise. So I just flipped over to my team, the Fighting Irish. They whooped their ass out of Boston College. They won pretty easily. But I wanted to watch the game, but there was no noise on the TV. So I'm like, it feels weird. It feels weird just watching this game quiet. So I tuned into the Fighting Irish game. But I did flip back to the ending where Florida won on that Hail Mary touchdown. It was 2020, and then they won. Unbelievable. Shout out to Florida. Hell of a, I'm happy they won for the city of Florida, too, with the whole hurricane thing. That was a hell of a game. I wish I had a sound on my TV so I can watch that game. I was very interested in that game. That was probably the best game of the day. Well, not the best game, but the best ending. But I mean, yeah, sucks that I don't know why I had no sound. Like literally, it was just a game, but no commentators. And I just did not like that, so I flipped over to the Fighting Irish. Like I said, they won very, very easily. But yes, hell of an ending. Good job, Florida. Tennessee's been a part of some crazy games the last few years. Crazy. But yes, Florida wins that game on a Hail Mary. Hell of a play by the quarterback, and then hell of the way he just dived for the receiver, dived for the ball. Unbelievable. Hell of a finish to the Florida-Tennessee game. Let's talk about the Mississippi State upsetting number 12 LSU 37-7. Man, does LSU need to look themselves in the mirror. This is like talking about yearly championship, talking about yearly championship contenders. LSU used to be a yearly championship contender, not anymore. LSU is now struggling these last 3 years. And they lost tonight. They number 12 in the nation lost to Mississippi State 37-7. You are no longer a championship contender, my son. You need to look yourself in the mirror if you're LSU and look for a restart. Look for a new coach. There are some teams probably who already need a new coach. One of them is Texas A&M, and the other is LSU. That they already need to start looking for some new coaches. LSU right now needs to. They need a new fresh start. And yes, this is a team. It's sad because this is a team, like I said, used to be a yearly championship contender. Not anymore. Not anymore. But yes, LSU has got to look themselves in the mirror, and they're like Texas. They kind of fallen off a cliff. Ever since McCoy, the championship game with Texas, they lost to Alabama. And then McCoy left. Ever since then, Texas kind of fell off a cliff. Same thing with LSU, almost since when they lost that crazy game to Alabama in the national championship game, they seem to kind of fall off a cliff. Slowly, And just like Texas, LSU does not appear to be no longer that yearly championship contender. What else are we going to talk about here on the TV show tonight? But yeah, LSU has got to look somewhere else. Fresh start. Another team who I think is a yearly championship contender who could fall off a cliff very soon is the Sooners. The Sooners, now with Coach Stoops gone, that's a team that can fall off a cliff. As far as being a championship contender, because I feel like you still got recruits, players who were recruited by Stoops the last few years. So you still got the flashes, the feel of having Stoops there, even though he's gone. Like Mayfield, the quarterback. He was recruited by Stoops. So that's a team who I think, maybe this year or even next year can still kind of be a contender because a lot of these guys were recruited by Stoops. But in the future, I think the Sooners, after a lot of these players that were recruited by Stoops leave the school and they have to recruit their own players with the new coach, I mean, that's another team like LSU and Texas that will fall off the cliff and no longer be a championship contender. The Sooners. But Stoops right now, you're not missing him as much because of like Mayfield and a lot of these other players are still were recruited by him. But once in 2-3 years, you will start feeling more the effect of Coach Stoops no longer being with the Sooners. So look just how Texas fell off a cliff, just how LSU fell off a cliff. I expect in the next few years when a lot of these recruits from the Stoops, from Coach Stoops start leaving and they have to go recruit their own players, they will fall off a cliff. Look for that, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the CE show, I had this show planned out. I was throwing out stuff here in the CE show like I always do. I was performing. That is my job, to perform. But the show just went off. I got taken off the air. And I am here once again for the second time tonight on the C show because my show just literally, like, I was here shooting the shit like I always do on the C show, and my camera just eliminated me, deleted the show like it never happened. And now for tonight, if I'm struggling tonight on the C show and coming up with topics, it's because I am here I am here for the second time tonight doing the C show, because the first time my camera in the middle of the show, actually no, through the end of the show, I was getting ready to sign off. My camera just, and the whole show that I performed got deleted. So everything is gone. I am once again here tonight on the C show for the second time tonight, shooting the, performing for all of you. And I apologize if this show seems a little bit bad. I think I'm still performing. I'm a performer. I think I'm still doing a nice show. But yes, my camera it deleted the video for some reason. It did it by itself. I was literally still talking, still performing, and it took like, it had a little program or something. I don't know. This is why I need to get a camera, because I need to get more professional. I need to get a desk so I don't disappear, when I'm trying to shut off the show. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, never mind. I was just a little bit frustrated by that for the second time tonight I am doing a show. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have to say for tonight. Shout out to Mississippi State for upsetting LSU, although I think LSU has problems too. And shout out for the way Clemson and Coach Sweeney did a nice job of game planning and slowing down the Heisman winner, Lamar Jackson. But anyways, that's all I have to say for tonight on the C show. And until next time, I will see you all later. Tomorrow, NFL. I look forward to performing tomorrow in the NFL. Hopefully my Philadelphia Eagles are winners, so then it's a little bit easier for me to perform. But if not, I will still perform. That's what I will do. I'm a professional, and I will continue to perform. Oh, shit, I'm not trying to say bad words. Oh, shoot. I almost fell. What the hell? Cancel. The C show's over.